Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Pumpkin Spook. And here we are at the church, which usually means, yes, that's right, there was a fatality in the previous episode. The poor wandering trader came across him near a pool of lava. Now, I don't know if he just fell in or an arrow from a raider just shot him and he bounced into that lava. But yeah, there's another tombstone for that poor wandering trader. Now let's have a sneak peek over here. As you can see, I've got another big project happening here. It's going to be some sort of home base. There you go, look at it. A nice big structure home base. Now there's nothing wrong with living in the tavern. Now it just gets a bit noisy at night, that's all. So I'm building that home big base there. Morning, Boris. What's for breakfast? What have we got here? Pork chop. Nice. Yum, 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 yum. Now, I really need to speak to him about increasing the variety of his menu. Boris, I'm going to go work on a defensive wall today. You going to help? No, he's busy. Of course you are, Boris. Anyway, we're going to work on a defensive wall, which you'll see in action against some raiders and how effective it is. But let's have a closer look at that home base I'm working on here. And as you can see, look, a grand structure indeed. Now I've got these pot plants all around it, which I'll put flowers in it later, and I'm using just the natural red terracotta. Quite an easy resource to obtain in survival. You just have to hack at it with a pickaxe and it's ready to use. But yeah, it's a grand structure I'm working on, which we'll see gradually be completed in the episodes. But yeah, look at that workmanship. Got hedges and all sorts of decorative pieces on it. Oh, look, here's a visitor now admiring my handiwork. Hello, oh, hang on. That's a saboteur creeper. Who sent you to destroy my project? Yeah, someone sent this guy in to destroy my hard work. Saboteur creeper. I wonder who sent him in to destroy my hard work here. Anyway, on with today's episode on a defensive wall, and we'll show you how effective it is against a raid. So, ever since the Village and Pillage update, well, on the PlayStation 4, I'm being raided quite often, every other day. And it's getting quite annoying, so I've decided to work on the defenses. And I'm going to show you a design style of a wall that I've come up with. Not only can you attack the foes from above with arrows, but you can attack from below with a sword. So, let me just gather my resources I've been collecting. Got these ovens here working overtime. As you can see, my storage shack is quite congested. So that's another reason I'm building that home base, because I just need more room to start storing things better. As you can see, these chests are a mess. It's got a bit of everything in each one, so I want to sort all that out. Anyway, I've been harvesting all this stone, been doing a lot of strip mining, and those ovens have been working overtime so I can bake those stones into stone bricks, because that's the material I'll be using on our defensive wall for the town of PumpkinSpookVille. Alright, so I'll just converting all them into stone bricks, get all the resources that I can grab, and we'll head on out and work on our defensive wall for the village. Alright, so we might as well start here, right next to the watch house guard tower here, the one we built in the previous episode, this grand harbour entrance gateway bridge. So we're going to start attaching a wall on this side of the wall of this tower. So we'll start off, we'll place some of these stone bricks down. Now if you plan on making one yourself, it's up to you how high you want to make it. So I'm just going to make it a certain height, so that way the existing pathway can go straight across when you're walking along the top of these walls. So let's get these stone bricks down, and we've got a lot of stone bricks and a lot of cobblestone stairs and slabs. Now we're going to have to hack away at some of our craftsmanship here to make room, because we're going to make a walkway all around the top of this wall so we can walk all around it. Alright, so what we're going to do now is grab our stone slab and stone bricks, turn them into bricks, and clear that little bit out. Okay, so as I was mentioning before, the raids on the PlayStation 4 version seem to be quite often. Now, I've only got it on normal setting, but every other day I'll wake up and there'll be a raiding party there, a handful of villagers raiding. So it's getting quite too much, so we need to get this wall happening. But even so, yeah, it's taking a lot of materials the way I've designed this wall. It's not too bad, but this will take some time to complete. Not in this episode, but I'll get a quarter of it done, or maybe not even that. So first of all, I'll just get these slabs down. Again, being in a snow biome, we're using the lower slabs of the full block rather than the upper slab of a full block, and that way the snowfall will not hide any of our paths or roadways using the lower half slab. Okay, so we'll bring that out here, and yeah, we'll head on down below in a minute because we'll have some sort of archway happening. Now, as you can see, this pathway is going to be the same level as the existing bridge up straight ahead that goes across the bay. And then we've got the watch house towers every now and then, which is one slab higher, which is a full block. And it's light enough inside, so no mobs will spawn on the full blocks. And no snow will fall on there because it does have a roof. But it's just the exposed areas where there's no roof. I'll use the lower slabs so I don't have to worry about cleaning up snow. Okay, but yeah, look, being a lord of this village, I think I need to upgrade from the tavern and have my home base working in that project you saw in the beginning there. But that's another grand structure I'll be working on every now and then, so you'll see that expanding. Alright, so what we're going to do now is work on this wall. We'll have some sort of archway, sort of a semi-archway in the bottom half and the top. Now we'll just have those stairs to act as a decorative piece like so, and up here we'll just get a full block, brick block, and I'm pretty sure from memory with my design, yeah, it was about 2 blocks out. So we'll go, we got those down the bottom. Okay, let's go on up and get this archway happening. So we'll bring these out 1, 2, and over this side we'll go 1 and then 2. Okay, now we'll just complete it with a stairway here in the corner, and that'll act as a bit of an archway. So we'll want to match it on the other side here, and then what's lined up. Yep. Okay, so once we got that archway in, then we're just going to bring out the slab, the stone brick slab, and we'll bring them out, extending out to 1, 2, and 1, whoops, 2. Let's get rid of that little error there. And now what I'll do is make a matching archway on the opposite end. Okay, so we're just going to make our way down. So I'm just showing you how I'm building the first section of a wall, and then after that we'll skip to see what it all looks like joined together. Okay, so let's collect all these pieces up, and we've got a double up over there, so we'll complete that with some brick. Now we want to try and get as much done as we can by nightfall. Don't want any mobs spawning and dealing with them at night. We've already got raiders to deal with, which you'll see soon how I managed to attack these raiders and how this wall works against them. Okay, so we'll join this down to the sand. I had to bring the sand up a bit to level it up. You'll also see I don't actually try and flatten the land too much. The wall will go across straight and long and form along the land, so you'll see that in a minute. So there you go, that's the archway that I'm looking for. Now, as with any progress of construction, we're going to clear out trees. So, there's no greenies out there, is there? I'm clearing out a tree, but don't worry, I am replanting trees. Not too sure when this update came in, where on the PlayStation 4, when you chop down the trunks and you leave those floating leaves, normally I have to worry about burning them or getting rid of them, because they do look ugly, those floating leaves, but now I've noticed that they eventually drop in a few in-game days, where eventually all the leaves just drop on their own, leaving these little seedlings you can just replant again, which I definitely have to do, otherwise I'd run out of materials. So I have been clearing out land and replanting again, thanks to those leaves that just drop on their own, which seem to drop a lot of seedlings for that type of tree. In this case, I'm using spruce wood because that is the trees abundant in this area of the town. Okay, so how are we going with our wall here? Okay, yep. So what I'll do now, ooh, took a fall there, don't worry. Now I'm going to line it up using my trusty dirt scaffolding and get the rest of this wall done. And then we're going to test it out on some raiders because, like I said, it's quite frequent, these raiders that keep coming along to my little town. And you know the saying, if you build it, they will come. And these guys want to destroy. And I've noticed they try and attack things like the Wandering Trader. But on the console, Wandering Trader must have some sort of spell because he disappears invisible. You just see bubbles flying up. His poor little llamas are there though, but the raiders don't seem to touch those llamas. Once it's safe, he'll just reappear again. Okay, so here we go. I'm using the wooden fences now. So it sort of looks like a gate or a portcullis, but instead of having a full solid wall, I'm going to use this fence as a decorative piece so you can still see through the wall. Now, I'm not going to use it all the way down, although in some parts of the wall later you'll see that I do, because I'm going to conform it with the land where it's going to still run at the same level. I've used it to go all the way to the ground, but with the tall arches, well, you'll see where I'll leave a gap, and you'll see the reason for this gap in a minute when we get a raid happening. Now I don't have to wait too long for raids because, as I mentioned before, they seem to be quite frequent. Every other in-game day they just seem to spawn. So hence the reason for this defensive wall now. Alright, so what else to use on a wall than a actual cobblestone wall along the bottom, and then I'll just put one layer of fencing so that way they can't shoot their arrows at you. You can leave that fencing out if you want to use your arrows from below them rather than attacking from above on the walkway up the top with your arrows. You can leave out the bottom fence there and just the wall so they can't pass and shoot them from the bottom. But there's still a way to use the sword, which you'll see once I get that raid happening. So that's the archway I'm looking at. That's the design we're going to go with. So let's see how it looks. Hope you like it. Okay, as you see, I've been raided. I've got the bad omen effect up there. And again, I've had another raid incoming. And as you can see, there's the result of our wall. So we're going to see it in the works with this raid. So here they are there. Yes, sir. Let's see you get me now. Alright, where are all your buddies? Oh, look, there's that creeper. Maybe these guys sent that other creeper in to destroy that structure of mine, my home base under construction. Those saboteur creatures. Alright, come on, buddy. Come on down. But like I said, this sort of wall, you can either be on top of it, on the walkway with your arrows shooting down at them, or you can be down here and just have your sword out and jump and hit. And jump and hit. Whoops. Okay, you just got to time your jumps a bit better there because you got me on one of those shots. But there you go, one down. So there, it's an attack wall, a great defensive wall you can use from above or down below. And there's the El Capitano. Alright, ooh, okay. Well, I tried to get a bit smart there, jumping up and down, and he got me. Alright, come on, buddy, get a little closer. Alright, so this guy and his little creeper friend there can't get past at all. The creeper won't trigger his little explosive device unless you jump up and hit him, but then he'll just stop and defuse again. That's the end of the creeper. Now El Capitano here, let's try and get him. I might just go around and get him, I've got a shield, so it should be alright. I don't know where his other buddies are, if there are any. Alright, here we go. So as you can see, the wall in action seems to be quite effective, whether you like to use arrows up above on the walkways or a melee weapon down below. So there you go, another bad omen added to my existing bad omen, but like I said, it's quite frequent, these raids on a normal setting. Here we go, here's his buddy, and he's got an enchanted crossbow. Alright, well your El Capitano's dead, buddy, and you're going down with him. So as you can see, the arrows sometimes bounce up the shield and hit him back. Alright, they're gone. So there you have it. The wall, a new addition to PumpkinSpookVille. That'll gradually get around the town. As you can see, I've built some watchtowers there when it turns a corner. So I've just used the stone ones there with some flames on top. Now I'll probably still tweak the designs of these, who knows. but for now they'll do. And yeah, I'm very happy with this wall. You can see straight through it, it doesn't block any view, and as you can see I've kept it at the same level even though there's a hill there. I didn't bother digging out the hill, but it still looks good. There you go. So you can even go and we'll just go through this bit here. Yeah, you can even shoot your arrows through the hole if you've got an aiming, or you can just use your sword and jump up and down like I was doing before. So there you go, the defensive Great Wall of PumpkinSpookVille. So it seems to be working quite well with that raid you just saw. Anyway, that's another episode down. Please like and subscribe, there'll be a lot more. I also have how to build videos and awesome seed tour videos and other random videos I'll be uploading along with this survival series I'm doing. So thanks for watching.